Hello. During my vacation, I decided to buy a Chanel Bouton palette, specifically the Boutons Stellaire, and I thought to talk about it in this video. I was not sure and I was planning to skip the entire collection, especially because the price was higher compared to regular Chanel quads. It happened also a couple of years ago, I think 2 years ago, for the tweed collection. But in that case, I said, okay, maybe they are charging more because of the sleeve that was in the tweed fabric. But now they are charging the same with a standard velvet pouch. Okay, it has a design that is customized for this collection with the button, right? But I don't think it's enough to justify the price increase. So I didn't want to support that. But then I realized that I liked 3 shades. Is in my favorite formula, that is Hard Gelée. Is not the Tissé formula, is not a powdery standard formula, but is the Hard Gelée formula. The reason why I decided to go for it was because of my friend Devantsesyeux, because she posted on her Instagram swatches of this, and particularly she combined these 2 colors and she got a taupe. Since I love taupes, I can have a light taupe already as it is here, that is very light, but I can also exploit the color theory and make customized shades by combining different colors. For example, these 2 will give a fantastic brown, and these 2 will give a green. So I thought that this was the most versatile palette. There are hidden shades here, and therefore I went for it. So the standard 2 grams is made in Italy and the shelf life is 18 months. Just wanted to show you the swatches, but I think you have seen them already. This is something that I could have done without, but it's very soft. I mean, it's easy to pick up. That is something that is not usual with the Hard Gelée. Sometimes they are hard to pick up. Now, I'm tanned because I'm back from my vacation and went to the beach. I developed a tan this year, so this won't be visible, but is a nude color with a touch of gray in it, and I think it will be very nice during winter. For now, it's just undetectable. And then this shade here is a orange. That I wouldn't use. You know that I don't like this shade. And I admit that I picked mostly this palette for this blue that I've already worn alone and is fantastic, to be honest. Because since I'm tanned, my lids are a tad brownier. And I love how it overlaps on tan skin. Let me focus better. But these are the shades. And in the beginning, I didn't want to pick this, although I had selected this as a candidate to be purchased. I mean, this is my favorite out of all the palettes. The other favorite is the brown palette, but that one is more ordinary. I mean, I have other brown quads that I prefer. The main reason I picked this palette is because this blue is a transformative shade. I would like to compare it to this stick metallics from DANESSA MYRICKS, that is number 8. Because at the beginning I said, okay, I just purchased this. I don't need to buy the powder version of it, and I'm curious to see how similar they are. The DANESSA MYRICKS one is darker, can pair beautifully, but I will use also this one to blend this one, because what I noticed from experience, I have been using exclusively these sticks during all August. With these darker colors, the problem is that the dry out is so fast it is hard to blend the edges. And if I want a diffused look, I wanted to have a powder, to have a more refined edge. That would be actually the role of this one. Many people have compared it to Rivage, Chanel Rivage, that is a palette from last summer. I have it. Let me pick it up. There we have it. This one is more like a blue from the 70s. And is opaque. Now that I'm seeing it, it looks more similar. But the difference is the finish. This is more, okay, in this light it looks similar-ish, but I can tell in real life that this has a hint of gray that this doesn't have. Also, this is more matte from the Rivage, while this one from Stellaire is more shimmery. Also, this is more opaque, more chalky because of the finish also, while this can be layered better, is a sheer. I like it a lot layered on top of other colors. So yeah, they are more similar than I expected. I won't compare these two because, I mean, this is a gold, a yellow gold, and this is a transparent color practically right now. So it doesn't make sense. I will compare this to the orange in the Lisa Eldridge Betty palette because I think there can be a similarity, but no. Let me squeeze the swatch here to have a better comparison. So is much lighter, more tangerine, the Lisa Eldridge, while the Chanel one is more orange, a deeper orange. And then I want to do the experiment that my friend did. Let's see how it translates. So I want to mix the two, and how to do that? Let me try this first and the blue on top. Let me add something more. Let me see how. A cooler brown. Yeah, I can see now. I can see it now. This is more powdery, so more kind of a looser, so easier to pick up. I like the formulation of this one. They have tweaked it better compared to the Rivage. The problem with Rivage that is kind of art pen in the sense that they were so dense, the eyeshadows, that was difficult to pick up the product. With this one, they are looser, they are easier to pick up. So that's my experience. Yeah, I can see the brown. You see, it's a nice brown, and I will definitely use this orange exclusively paired with the blue here to get something cooler. This for me is a shade that I will use a lot to cool down the other two warm shades in this palette. Last comparison, since I showed in my last video the Dior Etoile, let me see this light blue, how it compares. This is the light blue, and I'll put it here. And this is definitely more indigo, more on the purplish side compared to these type of blues. Pay attention that these cooler blues, more on indigo ones, can get your sclera yellow, and I have a video about it here. So a must buy? No, I don't think it's a must buy. It's a lovely buy that I will enjoy. I think that now that I swatched it compared to what I have already, I could have skipped it. I mean, not a necessity given the size of my collection, but is a pleasant purchase, let's say. This is an exceptional formula that, for me, for my taste, is superior to that one from Louis Vuitton. I think that this is unique in the same family of the blue in Rivage, but if you miss the Rivage, maybe this can be an alternative. Have you purchased anything from this collection? Let me know in the comments, and see you in my next video.